Hello and welcome to the Whisky.com news on the 3rd of July 2023. We're already in 23. Yes, we start off with some news from Scotland. The famous brand Timorous Beastie has a port finish, or they actually released a port finish. But that's not all of the news, but also we do have this bottling is part of a new series, and that is the cheese cellar collection. It's not all matured in a cheese cellar, but it actually is it is meant to be perfect to enjoy it on the side of cheese. Yeah, natural color, no chill filtration, 48 ABV, and it will also be available on Whisky.com for all of you people who are order from the Netherlands. Then we have Macallan in the news, and they are actually doing a partnership with Grupo Estévez, and this is a sherry producer. Macallan gets a steady supply of sherry casks, and in return the Macallan distillery is supporting their sherry producer with their sales of the sherry in the international markets. That's quite a beneficial work for both of them. Then we have two new Bòcan on the market, Creation number 5 and a new 12-year-old. Creation number 5 is a cask from the South American, I think they're called Ends, from the South American Alps, from an oak that was grown there, so very, very special wood going on there. The 12-year-old is Caribbean rum cask maturation, and it has 48 ABV, obviously both non-chill filtered and not colored, and also available on Whisky.com. Then we have the new distillery of Lochlea, the new lowland distillery, and they are bringing out their first single malt in cask strength. Yeah, they already brought out their first single malt, now it's their first cask strength with 60.1% ABV, not colored, not chill filtered, and it was matured in first fill bourbon casks and Oloroso sherry casks, limited to 15,000 bottles. The visitor center of GlenAllachie is getting modernized. Yeah, the GlenAllachie distillery was in the hands of the blend industry, was then bought out with, I think, 3 Scotsmen and an Englishman to be an independent distillery, and they quite invested something. Now they reinvested into their visitor center, and now we have a bar, a lounge, and yeah, that is really good, because when you drive into the Speyside from Edinburgh, then you do always come by at the GlenAllachie distillery and can swing by into that new visitor center. Then we have Benriach in the news. They are actually bringing out 40-year-old whiskies. The first one is called The 40, 43.5% ABV. And the second one is the 40 octave cask matured, actually just a travel retail, 51.5% ABV. Then we have Chivas Regal. They are in the news because of environmentalism. They are actually losing the Chivas 12-year-old packaging, so not the glass but the cardboard around it, so they leave it out to reduce waste. We start off with a 12-year-old in Germany, but the Rethink campaign from Pernod Ricard is actually building on that, and they want to eliminate more packaging or all of the packaging until 2025 on their international markets. Yeah, then we have Pernod Ricard again in the news, because they have sold their brand Clan Campbell. Clan Campbell is a brand that is known in France, the home market for Pernod Ricard, and they actually sold that to the stock spirits, and yeah, it's a blended scotch, and yeah, it was developed by Pernod Ricard in 1984 and is now part of stock spirits in Poland. That was it with the Scottish news, and now we're going into the Irish news. There is a new brand in Ireland. It's called Finvara, the King's Gambit. Finvara just a brand, not a distillery. Finvara is the name of an Irish, legendary king, or like mystic legends, king of the, I don't know. He never existed, but he was like a magical king. I don't know. And the King's Gambit is an homage to the opening in the chess, I think, where you take the peon that is just right in front of the king and set it two fields upwards. It is a triple distilled Irish whiskey with a finish in sherry cask, and also you can order it soon on Whisky.com if you want to have it in the Netherlands. Next up, we talk about the US, and here we talk about Four Roses. They're actually becoming 135 years old, and they also do a redesign for their labeling, or more of all their packaging. Their last redesign was in 2006. This time they're doing it again on only small parts, so all in all the bottles do look the same. They have like doing a bit of more 3D effect on the roses. Then we have the cork gets a rose. Then also we have brighter labels so we can read it better, and a little bit gold on the sides. And big plus, they all get a signature from master distiller Brent Elliott. Then we go into the international news. There's a new distillery. Yeah, there's always a new distillery. This time it's in Kanosuke. And the Kanosuke Single Malt is presented in their first bottling of their core range. The distillery is in the southwest of Japan, and they produced since 2017. So unfortunately 1 year after I was there, so I couldn't actually reach them, and also I didn't go too far into the southwest. The whiskey was matured in ex-shoshu casks, which kind of a high ABV spirit from Japan. It is the whiskey. It is 48% ABV, not colored, not chill filtered, and you can also get it on Whisky.com in the Netherlands. Yeah, that was it for this week's news, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.